Good evening to everyone. Dumilang. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste. I think I've covered everyone. Did I cover Shalom? I think now I've definitely covered everyone. Welcome to the fourth, almost annual, we missed 1 year, SANZEF Entrepreneurs Awards. And thank you really very much, all of you, for being here this evening and for honoring us with your presence. And maybe just to kill 2 or 3 minutes, in my hand, and maybe if I could ask the camera to zoom in to these, they're not gifts yet, okay? But in my hand, I have the same brand, different flavors if you wish, of a chocolate. And there's something unique about the two different chocolates that I've got in my hand. Besides one being a top deck and the other one being just like pure dairy milk. I mean, the one that really melts in your mouth. And here's a pop quiz. Again, the prize comes in the end. If anyone wants to guess, besides the fact that one is black and white or brown and white, meaning top deck, and the other one is just plain brown. Oh, Nazir is here. You cannot answer, Nazir. You know the answer to this one. What is the similarity and the difference between the two? Does anyone want to guess? Any more guesses? If you get it right, you get the chocolate now. It's an ideal Mother's Day gift because I know some of you have forgotten. Come on. Hey, any guesses? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Looks like we don't have any entrepreneurs in this room. No risk takers. The cocoa content. Okay, you're very close, but that doesn't win you the chocolate. Very close. I can probably think of 5 reasons why some of you are here this evening. You were either dragged here by your spouses, or somebody insisted that you guys come because we've got this table. We have to fill it up. I mean, we're going to get a bad reputation if we don't fill up the table. Or Sunday indeed is Mother's Day, and this is like a way of making up because you've got some meeting plan on Sunday and you forgot the last minute gift, and so, honey, I'm taking you out for chows. Or maybe it's a free chow. I mean, Friday night, you don't want to go and spend it at one of our restaurants. No problem, it's a free chow. Maybe you came here to network with the MEC, who is not here, but don't worry, we'll sort it out shortly. Or you just came to network in general. Maybe, and maybe for me more importantly, you are genuinely interested in the work that SANZEF is doing, and you genuinely want to support the work that we are doing. Personally, I think that the last reason is why you should be here. You should be here to support the work that we are doing, or at the very least to see the kind of work that we are doing, so that you get a better insight about the kind of things that we do. And the reason we do what we do, the way we do it, is as an organization, we have very few opportunities to showcase our work, to show off. I mean, really, we're showing off. And we're not showing off so much about who SANZEF is. Indeed, we do a lot. We're actually showing off with pride. The 10 people that are sitting in the back on the single tables, in a single file in the back, they have the special table this evening and the table of honor, and we will meet them a little later, inshallah. So the reason why we are here is really to meet them, to be encouraged by them, to congratulate them, and to inspire ourselves. But today is not about pleading poverty. Tonight is about celebrating, and specifically celebrating the success of some of the entrepreneurs that we have had the privilege to help climb out or climb up another rung of a ladder. Muhammad Yunus of Grameen Bank is considered by many to be the pioneer of microfinance. Indeed, his efforts at positioning microfinance as a human rights has been lauded by none other than the prestigious Nobel Institute, from where he received the Nobel Peace Prize not too many years ago. However, what most people don't realize is the work that Grameen Bank does in trying to reach for a very specific market. And their market or their target specifically are the poor. And in that itself, it needs to be commended. Because we know, even as we sit in this room, that traditional institutions or traditional financial institutions do not cater for those without collateral. And so the work of the Grameen Bank and many like him or like them, including another group from Bangladesh called the Bangladesh Rural Advancement Committee, BRAC, are doing phenomenal work in the field of microfinance, but specifically in the field of uplifting the poorest of the poor, or those that we consider below the poverty threshold. Now, I want us to understand this as well, that microfinance is not about money. Microfinance is about access, and it's about access to resources. It's about access to resources. And can I just help him for a second here? Sorry. I should have asked, is that a bit clearer? You want me to go back to the chocolate thing? Maybe somebody in the back didn't hear me and they want to win the chocolate prize now. Okay. Understand this. Microfinance loans are nothing more than an opportunity afforded to people that otherwise we would not give a second chance to. They are the people that knock on our door, on our car windows when we park at the traffic light. The people that come and bug us on weekends when we're sleeping and somebody's knocking on your door early in the morning, Fradi Kos or Makaplan. And if you read the story of the Grameen Bank and others, but Grameen Bank in particular, you will begin to understand and you will begin to be sensitized about the poverty that exists. And I use this adjective, or I use this descriptive, the poverty on the other side of the railway. We are all on this side of the railway. And we are afraid to cross over on the other side of the railway. And it's what's happening on the other side of the railway line. That is where Muhammad Yunus is working. So he could have chosen, like many other microfinance institutions that target the poor, he could have chosen to work in a place or in a community where the returns were better, where the risks potentially were less. And despite this, microfinance has proven itself successful over and over and over again. And of course, there are critics of microfinance, and maybe tonight is not the occasion. So Muhammad Yunus, in pioneering microfinance for the poor, has given the forgotten of this world access. And in this case, he's given them access to finance. And as we all sit here today, we know that the best ideas in the world you will take to your grave if you don't have the resources or the finance or the backer or something like that to give you that encouragement and support to try it out. And Muhammad Yunus has done this through his Grameen Bank. Incidentally, I'm talking of microfinance. I don't want us to assume in an audience that donates their zakah that this is the game that Sanzaf is playing. Certainly we're not. But I'm trying to open your mind to possibilities, inshallah. Ladies and gentlemen, we took a very deliberate decision to outsource the entire catering for this evening. And so, the lovely setup that you have in front of you, the plates, the dishes, the cutlery, the tablecloth, everything has been set up by a client of ours that we had funded about a year or so ago. And it was not a donation that she is making to us. we are paying her the same rate that we would have paid anyone else. But let me tell you something a little bit smarter. The lady who's going to cater for us a little later has also been sponsored by us not too long ago. And we took a very deliberate decision. If we are proud of the work that we do, and I'm standing here with my badge on my chest, on my heart, proud of the work that we do, and how else can I demonstrate the pride of the work and the success of the work other than risking everything and allowing former clients of the organization to come and interact and to serve you. And I'm hoping that through this action of giving access, we are leading by example. We're taking a very big risk as an organization, because I know there is an expectation out there that the chow must be at a certain level. Inshallah, I have all the confidence in Sister Minora that she will do a good job. And you will meet her a little bit later. Entrepreneurship, or entrepreneurs, in a very broad definition, are described as people who see the gap to satisfy a need, and in the process they are prepared to take risks to make money. Entrepreneurs versus social entrepreneurs, they are two different things. Entrepreneurs, by and large, are motivated by money, and there's nothing wrong with that. But entrepreneurs are not people who do the ordinary. Entrepreneurs, like many of us that are in this room, we know your stories, are the people who find the gap, who find the niche, who take the risk sometime at the expense of your homes, at the expense of your reputation, and make a go of it. So many of you around this room have fantastic stories of entrepreneurship in action. And Sister Minora, I'll quickly tell you a story. About a month or so ago, we started negotiating with 2 caterers. And for all intents and purposes, both of caterers, by the way, were clients of Sanzaf. And for all intents and purposes, we had divided the 160, which somehow turned out to be 200. But we had divided the catering, black table, one caterer, white table, another caterer. 2 days ago, under a little bit of hush, the staff came to whisper, Hussein, we've got a little bit of bad news. One of the caterers, 2 days ago, one of the caterers pulled out, got cold feet, or whatever. We picked up the phone to Minora. Up to that point, we had paid her a deposit. She started buying her things, and you will see what she started buying. And we told her, Minora, we need your help. We need you to more than double your contribution. And in the spirit of true entrepreneurship, she saw the opportunity, because that's how we've been coaching them for the past month and a half. Some of the big dudes of industry are going to be here. Potentially clientele of yours. If you do the right job, the right way, potentially they're going to open up doors for you. Maybe I put them under a little bit too much pressure. And Minora took the opportunity with both hands without any hesitation. Yesterday afternoon, when we officially closed, and I use the word closed in a very broad sense, when we officially closed the confirmation, the RSVPs, we were sitting at about 170 guests. Originally, we had only catered for 160. And by late yesterday afternoon, a fax came in with additional names. So we decided to cater for 200. So late yesterday afternoon, we called Minora and we told her, increase it to 200. And again, she took the opportunity and she says, no problem. And she's now catering for 200. Gentlemen and ladies, if on Wednesday morning you get up and you are catering for 80 people, then you know you've got certain things that you need to do in order to achieve that. And when you are given an opportunity, when you are given access, an entrepreneur takes it with both hands, knowing the risk. And the risk to Minora and to myself, more than the organization, is that she'll not deliver. And I hope that she will, and I have all the confidence in her that she will, inshallah. So that is entrepreneurship in action, and you are going to see that tonight. The frames that you see around the room are also frames that are designed by a client that we help start up. We're not going to auction these. This is not officially a fundraiser. In fact, we've given very clear instruction to our board that they can only ask you for money at tea time, not in the hall. Right? So I'll tell you when tea time is. So if you need to find a quick exit, I mean, the best exit is that one in the back, because tea is going to be on your left. No, this is not a fundraiser. Not a fundraiser in the sense that we're going to send out a cap and a pledge line and ask people to give money. But I'm hoping that we will sufficiently motivate you to understand that we think we know what we're doing. And we need your support. And we need your support in many and various ways. And the best way of supporting us, besides the nice fax and SMS that you can send us, is put in a few zeros, a few extra zeros on the check. And not after the dot. It's just after the comma, but not after the dot. Coming back to my theme of access, I would like to believe that in affording these two ladies an opportunity this evening to cater, not only will you taste something different, but it is our sincere wish that the next time you cater, you open up an opportunity for them. Notwithstanding the glowing accolades that I've given to Muhammad Yunus, he is not, or the Grameen Bank is not without criticisms. Like everything, there are armchair critics, there are academics, there are theoreticians. I got it here, I can't get it now, sorry. That will suggest, this is not the way of doing it and you are disadvantaging this, and granted. Can you change the lives of over 10 million Bangladeshi poor? If you can't, then please keep quiet. Find an alternative and provide an alternative, because the world is big enough for us to go and experiment in thousands of places to make a difference. Okay? So, our small contribution for access starts tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, as committed Muslims, by and large, the community that is here tonight, I put it to you that our worldview is informed by an Islamic imperative that requires us to do all that we can to help out or help people out of poverty. Not to perpetuate the poverty, not to maintain the status quo so that the person comes back to us next month, next year, and the following year. It is a sin if we continue to perpetuate that kind of understanding of what zakah and the institution of zakah has the potential to do. And once we start getting an understanding about how this dynamic, phenomenal institution that even me, as much as I've read on it, I still don't understand all of it. This dynamic institution historically has shown that it has wiped out poverty in large parts of the then Middle East, of the Islamic Empire, way back in the time of the Prophet ﷺ. Why are we not able to do it again and replicate it again? It's been shown. And if something can be done once, then it can be done again. The potential of zakah is that great. And the potential of zakah is not limited to Muslims. It's the philosophy behind how we do it and why we do it. We are very vocal Is Aman here? We are very vocal about anti-usury and no interest and Islamic finance. Great. We need to be equally vocal about the solutions that Islam provides by way of charity. And it's such an unfortunate word, charity. Such an unfortunate word. But this divinely inspired thinking that you must make a difference in the life of the next to the extent that the next can compete with you at the boardroom table. That is where zakah needs to move to, inshallah. And so as I finish my lecture part of it, I need to move on to another part. I have 3.5 minutes left, including the 2 minutes I stole in the beginning.